This Victorian industrial village is a particularly fine example of just what can be achieved with enough time, enough money, and most importantly, the right vision. Find out where I am and whose vision it was in just a moment. It's an exciting return to roots for her in today's house hunt. That's also an electrifying experience for him.
I just had a shiver go down my spine.
A good one, I hope.
Yes.
And they're both involved in the fun and games of the search. Eyes down.
Okay.
And now, look up.
Wow. No way.
Today I'm in Yorkshire and this is the West Yorkshire village of Saltaire, an outstanding example of a mid-19th century industrial village. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Saltaire lies on the banks of the River Aire and was the brainchild of Sir Titus Salt, a wealthy textile mill owner and philanthropist who created this village to provide better living and working conditions for his employees. He even took them on day trips to the Yorkshire Dales to get away from the noise and the choking pollution of the mills. And today, 150 years on, the surrounding countryside of this beautiful region still provides a welcome escape. Historic Yorkshire was once the country's largest county, but is now divided into 4 counties. The landscape here is often dubbed by the locals as God's own. In the north are the stunning Yorkshire Dales, the majority of which form part of a national park. Awash with rich, lush valleys and expanses of wild heather, the Dales are dissected by a maze of dry stone walls, which are archetypal of the region. Bordering the Dales National Park in Nidderdale, man-made beauty meets nature's own to form the Gowthwaite Reservoir, a nature reserve built in the 1800s that's now protected as a site of specific scientific interest. Just south of the Dales is one of Yorkshire's striking stone-built villages, Bradley. Cottages rest on the hillside here, surrounding a mid-19th century mill that was remodelled in 2005 and is now used for housing. The village is divided into High and Low Bradley, and together they make up Bradley's both on the route of the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. So with its rugged backdrop of breathtaking beauty, teamed with towns and villages of architectural interest, Yorkshire is an ideal destination to get away from the hubbub of city life. As well as its beautiful landscapes, Yorkshire also has some pretty attractive property prices. Detached houses across the 4 counties in the region cost an average of £221,000. That's a sizable £79,000 below the national figure. And each of Yorkshire's 4 counties has its own story to tell. You'll find the most expensive properties in the north, with not 1 but 2 national parks, and the most affordable in the south. But it's the west part of God's own country that today's buyers want to call home. Let's meet them and find out why. Retired teachers Carol and Andy from Stoke Golding in Leicestershire met as students 4 decades ago.
Carol walked through the door on her first night at university, and I thought, hey up. And we got chatting that night, but it took us 12 months.
We were friends to start with, and then we started to go.
In your second year, and so we've 40 years we've been together.
Married for 35,
but been together for 40 years.
And now this long-standing couple have put their working lives behind them, they're enjoying precious time with one another.
And this retirement adventure we've just started has brought us close together. Now we're able to spend more time.
The next phase of our lives, really. I'm really enjoying being free to do things that we want to do, which is travel, spend more time with the family, and hence the move to Yorkshire, where both our children live and their partners and our new granddaughter.
For Carol, the decision to move to Yorkshire is much more than relocating to a new property. She's going home.
I was born in Yorkshire, so we always said that one day we'd return there. So we decided that when we retired, we'd move closer to be amongst family. And my mum still lives in Yorkshire, and my brothers, so there's lots of family ties up there.
For Andy, it's a move away from home, but one he's ready to make.
I've lived here all my life. I've lived here for 60 years. We are slap bang in the middle of the Midlands motorway network, which has got its advantages, but not necessarily where we want to be. We enjoy walking and outdoor life, and Leicestershire's got some great countryside, but it's flat, largely.
But the Dales.
The Dales are just epically beautiful.
And we look forward to climbing a few hills.
Absolutely.
We're really looking forward to joining a rambling club when we move up to Yorkshire, because we walk nearly every day, keeps us fit in our retirement.
And we see it as a way of meeting people as well, you know, as a sort of social thing, so
Yes.
it's important from that point of view.
And with their house on the market, it won't be long before they can make the most of the great outdoors.
And I really, really look forward to opening my curtains in the morning and thinking, wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Dry stone walls, sheep in fields, hills, dales, snug little cottages.
First morning waking up, I won't be able to believe it that I've actually finally come home.
It'll be exciting, it'll be really good. Let's get this thing started, let's get it on the road. And let's just get on with it. I can't wait, I can't wait.
Carol and Andy are moving to be closer to their son in Knaresborough and their daughter in Saltaire, so we're keeping that in mind as we carry out our search. And before we get going on our Yorkshire trip, I'm meeting them to get the lowdown on their property wish list. Welcome to Yorkshire, Carol and Andy.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the type of property you're after. What do you want it to look like from the outside? What sort of setting do you want it to be in?
We probably need some facilities around us, so a large village, small town, not near a main road, quite open though about
Ideas, yeah. It could be an old
appearance.
property, pretty. We like contemporary as well. We're very open to any.
Absolutely, just looking forward to what we see today.
Yeah.
Let's go inside your new home. What
Right.
do you want it to look like?
The main thing I would really like is a large kitchen diner, in preference to a separate dining room. But if you show us something with a separate dining room, that doesn't matter
I mean,
either.
I love traditional wood panelling, but Carol's not so keen.
Yeah, I like light, airy houses, not dark.
And remind me of your budget?
Okay, 450 maximum, but for 450 there has to be absolutely nothing to do.
Well, we have 3 fantastic properties lined up for you. So
Okay.
let's head
Great.
off.
Okay,
Really
thank you.
excited.
For their top budget of £450,000, Carol and Andy would like a character property, but they're open-minded about the exact style of house they want. Ideally, it would have a large kitchen diner and 3 to 4 bedrooms. And outside, it's a manageable garden they're after, all in a location that's close to amenities. We've tracked down a fabulous selection of properties for them to view, but each one's price will only be revealed after they've completed the tour. And their final visit to the mystery house could see them taking another trip down the aisle. We're starting off our property search in the North Yorkshire village of Sutton in Craven. Located in the Aire Valley, this picturesque village sits in the shadow of hills and farmland with a stream running through it. There's a history of corn milling and textiles here, and buildings display the sandstone Yorkshire is famous for, showcased in an old mill, now apartments. Locals are served by a village hall, a handful of shops and a pub. And sitting above the village, surrounded by a wealth of countryside walks, we find our first property.
Bit different to what I was expecting.
Not what
but,
you were expecting.
Not
with that.
detached.
It's not detached. This whole building is a 400-year-old barn. In the 1990s, it was converted into accommodation for
Right.
people rather
Yes.
than animals.
Right.
And the house that we're looking at is the middle house.
Right.
Right.
What a location.
Yeah,
On
stunning.
the top of a hill, on the top of the moor.
Looking forward to looking inside it now.
Should we head on in?
Can't wait, thank you.
This property's position in the centre of the barn conversion means it benefits from having the original barn entrance. This takes us into a roomy hallway, which leads into an open-plan dining hall with an impressive vaulted ceiling.
Oh, wow. Look at that view.
You can't miss it, can you? It's the first thing you see as you walk through the door.
And it's really open, isn't it? Oh, log burning stove.
Yeah. Got a lovely stone fireplace. So that's the sort of winter area, I think. And then this is the sort of summer
sort of
area in a way.
social space.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like it.
Great.
Can't wait to see more.
Let's go to the kitchen.
That's different. Yeah.
It is.
Different.
Such a contrast to the outside the property.
Yes, it's so modern, isn't it?
Super modern, really sleek.
It is smaller than I was expecting from when we were out there, but you've got your dining room there.
With the rest of the downstairs being so open,
Yes.
it's not
yeah.
so much of a problem, is it really?
No.
Yeah.
So it's something you could work with.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes,
no,
yeah,
it's
no.
super.
Well, let's go and have a look where you might be sleeping.
Okay, thank you.
Also on the deceptively large ground floor, there's a room currently used for music and a shower room. Then upstairs, there's a galleried landing, another smart shower room and 3 bedrooms, a snug double, a single with fitted wardrobes, and lastly, there's the master.
It's good size.
It was huge. Wow.
It really is a master suite because you've got this lovely bathroom.
Really like the bathroom too.
I mean, the more we see of the property, the more it seems to grow from the outside.
Yes.
You thought, "Ooh."
It is
But
really
now we're in, it's
deceiving.
like, oh.
No, I really like what I've seen so far.
You
Great.
see more?
Yes, let's go back outside because I think you'll see it with different eyes
Yes.
now, won't you?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
The property benefits from a terrace complete with pond. But before we discuss the price, we're taking a moment to enjoy the main highlight here, which is absolutely priceless.
I do hope this view is to your liking.
Well, it's spectacular.
How can it not be?
This would be ideal, really. And because you've got this view beyond, you don't need a big garden because the whole of it is like your garden, isn't it?
It is, and as the person who'd be doing the work, the smaller the better, to be fair. There's somewhere to put some chairs, somewhere to put a table,
Yeah.
somewhere to sit, and very little work. So absolutely spot on.
It's time to guess the price. Who'd like to go first?
I think you should.
Oh, okay. I think 425.
Okay, and I'm going to go for a cheeky 375.
Andy, you are closer
Oh, excellent.
and you're in luck. It's actually on the market for £335,000.
Oh, wow.
No way. I just had a shiver go down my spine.
A good one, I hope.
Yes.
That's really good.
That's right. Okay, that's a game changer.
That is a surprise.
Go and have another look around while I enjoy the view,
Right.
and then I'll meet you at the front.
Okay,
Brilliant.
thank you.
Thank you.
This 400-year-old barn conversion has rung in at £115,000 under Carol and Andy's top budget. There's a fantastic open-plan living area, plus the option to have 4 bedrooms, and the views from the garden are simply breathtaking.
Another little room.
Yeah, it's not so small. I mean, it's an ideal potential bedroom and separate entrance just there.
I could really see myself living here. I know it's in the middle of the countryside. It's more remote than perhaps I had in mind initially. We both like walking, and just looking out of that window would make me want to go for a walk every single day.
As soon as I entered the property, the only thing that catches your eye when you walk through the door is that wall of glass and the view beyond. And, you know, if you were to say, what 3 things did you notice when you walked in the room, I'd say view, view, and view.
Look at that smile.
Yes,
You really do love the house, don't you?
I do. I really love it. Yes, it was such a surprise when we walked through the door. It's lovely.
And the price is absolutely spot on.
I almost feel guilty for taking you to see another house. Almost, but not quite. Let's go.
Okay, thank you.
In the heart of the Yorkshire Dales is the Nidderdale area of outstanding natural beauty. Covering 233 square miles, its stunning scenery makes it immensely popular with visitors wishing to take in the countryside by foot. As Carol and Andy are keen to join a rambling group when they make their move, they've come to meet Richard Hersey and fellow members of the Harrogate Ramblers Club, who are gathering to start their walk from the quaint market town of Pateley Bridge.
For Harrogate Ramblers, we have about 300 members, and we organise a walk on every Saturday. And then we have a walk between 8 and 12 miles.
And where are we walking to today?
Today we're walking from Pateley to Brimham Rocks.
Right.
Is it a strenuous walk or?
The first bit is uphill.
Right.
Quite steep.
We come from quite a flat area at the moment in Leicestershire, so a few hills will be a bit of a challenge for us.
Yeah, you're using some different muscles, but certainly, the backs of your calves might be having a new experience.
From start to finish, the route covers around 9 miles, and today they're taking in a few of its highlights, a perfect introduction to the highs and lows of the Dales. And as well as strenuous exercise, it's a great chance to socialise as some of the club members are joining them for part of the journey. Pateley Bridge is a great place to start. It's the beginning and end point of the Nidderdale Way, a circular route covering 53 miles through the Dales. First stop for them all on today's jaunt is St Mary's Church of Pateley Bridge.
Lovely old place, isn't it?
It is.
It's very
gorgeous.
There's been a church here since about the 1300s. But about the end of the 1700s, it was falling into some disrepair, and also the parishioners were finding it very difficult walking up the steep hill. We just walked.
Agree with that.
Which is lovely. It has got what's called a devil's door over there, where the devil was supposed to leave when there's baptisms.
Right.
But we'll be leaving now through the priest's door. The rest of the Harrogate group are going to carry on back down to Pateley, but we'll carry on to Brimham Rocks.
OK, thank you.
See you then.
Bye.
Good luck with the house hunting.
Thanks. Bye.
The Ramblers is a nationwide charity with over 100,000 members. It was established in 1935 after groups campaigned for people to have access to the countryside, and it put pressure on landowners to allow ordinary folk to walk across their land. Today, its goal is still to protect access to the great outdoors by foot.
Wow, what a gorgeous view.
Yes, well, it is. It's the Nidd Valley, so you've got the River Nidd in the bottom here. Harrogate's way over that way, and then you can also walk further up the valley. This part here is just part of the Nidderdale Way.
It's gorgeous.
Can't wait to be able to do all the walks.
Next stop is Brimham Rocks, a collection of unusual, eye-catching rock formations scattered across 50 acres of moor.
Wow, Richard, what an amazing place this is.
I know, it's a kind of millstone grit. It was formed about 320 million years ago, laid down in layers. The reason that they're undercut so much is because we had an ice age which lasted tens of thousands of years, and about 15,000 years ago this valley here was full of ice. But these rocks were sticking up, just proud of the glacial ice. And then you got pebbles and other things, sand being blown across by the Arctic winds, which have undercut this rock and have also taken out some of the softer areas of the sandstone you can see higher up.
Looks like you could almost push it over,
It does,
balancing on that smaller rock at the bottom.
But it weighs 180 tonnes. I don't know how they worked that out, but that's what they say.
And just a little further down the path, the rocks can be truly appreciated in all their glory, even through a spot of rain.
Well, Richard, this really is an absolutely amazing place. Thank you very much for bringing us here today.
It does say on the information board here that we can see York Minster on a clear day.
Okay.
But we've lost that, I'm afraid, now. But it is a spectacular place, and I hope you'll come back and have a look at it again when the sun's out.
But thanks, we've really enjoyed it.
Good, I'm glad you've had a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
Now it's time to ramble back to our house hunt. Our next property stop takes us into West Yorkshire, to the village of Willesden. Perched on a hillside and rolling down into the valley, Willesden paints a picture of a classic Yorkshire landscape. Surrounded by farmland, there's evidence of the mills of yesteryear on the horizon. There's also a church here, a small choice of shops, a pub, and there are plenty of country walks on offer with beautiful scenery at every twist and turn. And just on the edge of the village is our second house.
Very pretty.
Very, very pretty.
It is.
Isn't it
How
just?
sweet.
Yes.
This is also a barn conversion.
Right.
So it dates back to 1750 and was converted into a home in the 1970s.
Right.
But again, you've got brilliant views.
It is.
It is.
The other thing to mention is, of course, that it is attached on one side.
It is,
Yes.
yes. However, I
That
may
doesn't
have,
daunt you anymore.
I may have learnt my lesson from the previous
You're
property.
over that now,
Over
aren't you?
that, yeah. Not
Exactly.
a problem. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, let's get inside then.
Okay, thank you.
This attractive stone barn was originally the milking parlour for the local farm, and we're beginning our tour of it in the rather grand and lofty entrance hall.
I thought we should stop in this hallway because they've made a really nice feature of the entrance, I think.
How many houses can you buy? We can put a sofa in the hallway.
Exactly, it's quite hotel-like, isn't it?
Oh, can't wait, some more.
Let me show you the lounge.
Okay, thank you.
How's this for a sitting room
Oh, wow, it's a good size.
with this fireplace as the feature?
Really striking, very grand as well. Nice and central and dual aspect. Excellent.
It doesn't feel hugely barn-like.
But it feels really cosy
Yeah.
and comfy.
Warm, inviting.
Yes,
More
yes.
homely.
The other thing about this house, it really does flow nicely.
Okay.
So let me take you through the dining room.
Yes, please.
Lovely.
Right.
Wow.
This is a killer kitchen.
It's so light, isn't it, and spacious. I can imagine, you know, while we're cooking, having the family rounds, all sitting together, and yeah, it's really.
Very social space.
And I like the sink, the position of the sink as well. It's quite unusual, isn't it, being there?
It is, actually.
While, you know, eating dinner, you can be at the sink washing up.
That's my life then.
After he served you. Shall I show you where he's going to be serving you breakfast in bed?
Good idea.
Just off the kitchen, there's a utility room, and then moving upstairs, there's a fully tiled bathroom and 3 bedrooms, all in the eaves. At the back, there's a bright double and a single which currently serves as a study. Then at the front of the house is the master.
Good size.
Very good size. It's lovely.
Actually, it comes with its own dressing room
Right.
that
Wow.
I guess for some families would be a nursery, but actually it's a lovely dressing room and there's an ensuite.
I really like the windows, and look at the little windows at the bottom as well.
They're really sweet,
They
aren't
are. You could lie in bed and look up and
Little doors on.
they? Let's head back outside and
Okay.
talk about how much this might set you back.
okay.
Do you want to lead the way?
I will.
Thank you.
The split-level garden includes a lush lawn surrounded by mature trees and hedges, a walled pond, pebbled seating area, and pretty flower beds, all with panoramic views.
So with this property, there's no front and back garden. This is everything.
Right.
Your front entrance, back entrance, everything, because this is the south-facing bit.
Yeah.
It's still quite private though, isn't it? You're not really overlooked or.
But you
So quiet,
can
isn't
do
it?
some overlooking.
Yes,
I mean, the
yeah.
view down there is fabulous.
I know, it's amazing.
A lovely landscape.
Yes.
His and her sheds.
Well, his shed more.
Well, there are 2, so there really is one each, or you can have 2.
Right.
So we need to discuss price, don't
We
we?
do.
How much is this property on the market for?
Well, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
I'm going to go for 445.
Right, well, I overestimated last time, so I'm going to go lower and I'm going to say 425.
Okay. Again, Andy is closer, and I've done what you've asked. I've
Right.
used up your whole budget
Right.
because there is nothing to do. So it's
Okay.
on the market for £450,000. So now that you know the price, have another look around and
Absolutely.
discuss whether you want to use your whole budget.
Okay.
And I'll meet you in a bit.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This converted barn, thought to date back to the 17th century, is priced at the top of Carol and Andy's budget. It gives them both character on the outside and style on the inside, including a fabulous open-plan kitchen diner and 3 bedrooms. The garden is a good but manageable size, and the views are stunning.
Well, they got this as an office, but I guess we could have it as a third bedroom.
Yeah, yeah. Make a really good sized single room. You probably could get a double bed in here.
Certainly in the future, I can see Carol and I and family in here just enjoying the space, enjoying each other's company. When we walk into a property, Carol and I know fairly quickly if it's going to be a place for us. And we got that feeling straight away. This house is definitely calling out to us. Yes, we really like it.
The views here, the hallway as you come in, and looking out with that lovely glass door overlooking all the beautiful dales, it's gorgeous.
I think it's been quite a successful day.
It has.
It has. Two, although similar properties, but actually both with different things to offer. Really, really interesting and quite thought-provoking as well.
Should we go mull over things with a glass of something?
Well, sounds like a plan to me.
It's day 2 of our Yorkshire road trip, searching out a rural retreat so that Carol and Andy from Leicestershire can live closer to family. And with a top budget of £450,000 to spend, we've already shown them 2 characterful properties. But all their prayers could be answered with our mystery house.
I can't think of anything to say. It's just absolutely stunning.
You are quite speechless.
And later, I'll be finding out how Iceland meets Yorkshire in the Dales.
Oh, there's something very satisfying about this. Andy and Carol were certainly expressing enthusiasm for both of our properties yesterday, with house number 2 quickly surpassing house number 1 in their minds. But I do feel they're holding back a little bit, and I can't quite put my finger on why. But I'm hoping our mystery house and its location will convert them from being cautious into candid. What do you think I have up my sleeve for the mystery?
Well, I think it could be something like an apartment.
And I think it's a new build.
You think I'm going to go right away from barn conversions?
Yes.
There were 2 barn conversions yesterday. I am hoping you're going to stir the pot a bit and see what comes up this time.
But you like them both so much.
We did.
I mean, that's absolutely correct. But it is the mystery property.
For our third and final property stop, we're off to the market town of Sorby Bridge. Just over 10 minutes away is the attractive market town of Hebden Bridge, which lies on the Rochdale Canal. There were many water-powered weaving mills here in the 19th and 20th centuries, and at one time, Hebden was known as Trouser Town because of the abundance of clothing manufacturers here. Today, there's still evidence of the town's industrial past, along with more up-to-date independent shops and eateries. The area is popular for walking and cycling, and in recent years, the Tour de France passed through on its way from York to Sheffield. I've brought Carol and Andy to the waterside to see what they could have at their disposal.
There's a connection between Hebden Bridge and the Mystery House, because a couple of the architects that were involved in the Mystery House also were involved in the building of the bridge.
That's intriguing.
Yes.
So there is a nice link, but I thought we could have a walk around.
Yes.
And then drive the 10 or 15 minutes over to the Mystery House.
Okay,
Wonderful.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
In Sorby Bridge, we find our rather outstanding mystery house, and it's so unique that I want it to be a true surprise for our buyers.
Right, eyes down,
Okay.
and now look up.
Wow.
No way.
That's a very imposing building.
I'm sticking with the conversion theme,
Right.
but it's not a barn conversion, of course. It actually was a Methodist chapel.
Okay.
At the moment, it's 2 houses,
Right.
so the whole of the right-hand side is on offer.
Okay.
That's big.
How would you feel about living in a converted chapel?
Majestic. Especially with those views behind.
Absolutely, and you can see
That
from
back-
the height of the home the
Yes.
views that you would have.
Yes, it just looks fantastic.
Let's go in.
Okay, thank you.
This magnificent mystery house, built from Yorkshire stone in 1822, speaks for itself. The chapel was rebuilt in 1897, Influenced by French Renaissance style, but its conical towers are arts and crafts in design. It closed its doors as a place of worship in 1979 and was later converted into 2 homes. The interior is a complete contrast to the outside and is currently vacant.
Now, to make the most of those glorious panoramic views outside, the house has been designed upside down, really. This would be your master, and in the turret, you've got that beautiful circular room that you can turn into anything, really.
Yeah.
Have the world's biggest walk-in wardrobe.
How do you feel about upside down living?
It's fine, yes.
We
yes.
like something a bit quirky.
Let's go. More, please.
Also on the ground floor are a further 2 bedrooms, 1 double and a single. They're both served by a fully tiled bathroom. This is actually a 3-storey property, and there's another bedroom found up in the eaves on the 2nd floor. And all the bedrooms sandwich the 1st floor, where we find the living quarters, featuring a huge sitting room, which is overlooked by a galleried mezzanine level.
How's this for a living room?
Spectacular.
I'm just speechless.
That's one of my favourite areas over there.
You see the sun just streaming through
Sun
the
trap.
windows all the time.
Should we go and have a look inside?
Next door is another circular room with a decorative solid wood floor, an amazing outlook and timber-panelled walls, something that was on Andy's wish list.
I think I'd spend all day sitting in here.
I can't think of anything to say. It's just absolutely stunning.
You are quite speechless.
For once.
The thing that neither of you have mentioned so far, though, is the kitchen, which is so important to you. Should I show you that, or should we just put an offer in?
We'll get out of it.
All right. Just to be polite.
Back through the main reception room and up on the mezzanine level is a shower room, but on this floor there's an ultra-modern bathroom, and then at the other end of the expansive living room is a smart and contemporary kitchen.
It looks small compared to the rest of the rooms we visited. However, it's actually a very useful and it's a big kitchen. There's loads of cupboards. It's all there.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we go and enjoy more of the view outside?
Thank you.
Outside there's a balcony on the 1st floor, and a raised deck terrace overlooks the landscaped gardens. Next door are reminders of the house's former life as a chapel.
It's been all about the views the past couple of days.
Certainly has.
And this one is
Just continues the theme.
it's just spectacular.
If you were to go for it, how much would it cost?
I think once again you've pushed the budget and possibly even more. I think 465.
Okay.
I'm going to say 399.
Oh, gosh. We're bang on budget again. It's on the market for £450,000, so it would be your entire budget.
And that's absolutely understandable as well, because
Such
it's
a-
huge.
It is.
It's a really...
And a one-off.
Yeah, it's really unique. Now that you know the price, have another look around, and then
See.
I shall come and see you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
in a bit.
Our mystery house is priced right at the top of Carol and Andy's budget, but it offers them something quite exceptional. It's got undeniable character outside, with a spacious contemporary interior and 4 bedrooms. Plus, in the pretty garden, there are views galore from every aspect.
When we pulled up and we were allowed to look at the property, I thought, wow, it looks like a castle, fairy tale. When we started the tour, I was just bowled over. The size of the rooms, the number of the rooms, the character in the place. But after a while, and as Carol and I wandered around, we tried to imagine what it'd be like to actually live in that house. Just the 2 of us and most of the time. It began to dawn on us that actually it may be a step too far.
I've never envisaged myself living in a property like this. As we were walking around the rooms, I was thinking, wow, this place is amazing and it'd be great to show it off to the family and friends. But then, as we went into different rooms, I was thinking, practicalities of the place, you know. I just don't think it's for us, really, because it's too big.
Well, I'm really curious about what you're going to do next, so let's go and have a cup of tea somewhere and a proper chat.
Great idea.
Thank you.
It's not unusual to see grazing cattle on the horizon of the Yorkshire landscape, and in the heart of the Dales, a young Yorkshireman is using his cattle's yield to produce a dairy product that legend has it the Vikings introduced to Iceland over 1,000 years ago. 23-year-old dairy farmer Sam Morehouse discovered skyr on the internet when he was looking to diversify on the family farm and decided to fly to Iceland to find out more about the product, which is somewhere between a yoghurt and a cheese. Hesper Farm is currently the sole UK producer.
What made you think, actually, this is something I can do from a Yorkshire Dales farm?
Well, we had the milk, obviously.
Yeah.
And it hadn't been done in the UK yet, and it was high protein. It's a high protein product and a high calcium product, and it's low in fat. So I was just sort of, I'd go and find out as what I can about it. So I went over to Iceland to kind of find somebody in Iceland who could show me how to make it.
So you had to train up to do it, really?
Yeah, very much so.
The family has a herd of 300 Holstein cows, of which 160 adult cattle are milked twice a day to each produce around 35 litres of milk. This makes about 2,000 litres of skyr a week. The family are very proud of their prize-winning girls.
He spent, the majority of his life trying to breed him up to a good standard of cow. You're looking for like a good conformation on the, good udder and legs and so on. And occasionally we get awards.
And what about the milk? Is that assessed?
To a degree, yeah, they do look at how much milk they're producing and the quality of the milk, but that should come with it being a good cow.
The most treasured is Baby, the first cow Sam bought when he was just 14 years old, and she's the poster girl for Sam's skyr.
Baby's just led down as she likes to be, over in the grass over there.
And you can always pick her out.
Yeah, she's got quite distinctive markings, if you know what if you're used to looking at cows.
And she's your baby.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
It's in the dairy where Iceland meets Yorkshire and the white stuff is transformed. Skyr takes almost 3 times longer than traditional yoghurt to make and uses around 4 times more milk per pot. 3 to 4 litres of milk makes a kilo of the nutritious dairy product. After being skimmed and pasteurised at a local dairy, the milk goes into the batch tank here, where it's heated before cultures direct from Iceland are added and then vegetable rennet.
This is where I should tell you, I've always made natural yoghurts at home, and what I'm quite curious about is how similar the process is.
Yeah, to degrees it will be similar. There's just sort of there's varying steps that may change.
So this is the saucepan, or the
Very
yoghurt
much
maker?
So, yeah, this is where it all happens.
The mixture sits in the tank for 6 hours, where it turns to curd and is then drained into muslin sacks.
And this is where it stops being the yoghurt, is it? Because that's where I would stop. I wouldn't...
Yeah.
I would then put the yoghurt straight into the fridge after
Yeah.
it's sat out for 12 hours or something.
Yeah, ordinarily that's where you'd at that point you'd say that's yoghurt. That's what there's a few extra little steps involved in making skyr.
12 hours later, when the excess liquid or whey has drained out, the high-protein, high-calcium, fat-free product is born.
So this is the mixing bowl. We're just mixing some skyr now. If it's plain skyr, we just stir it, mix it up, break it up, make it smooth. And if it's a flavoured skyr, we then add fruit in at that point as well.
And what flavours do you do then?
We do vanilla, strawberry, raspberry, black cherry, and blueberry.
After it's been mixed for around 10 to 15 minutes with some sweetened fruit, the skyr goes into the filler, ready for potting.
Now that's quite liquidy.
Yeah, once this has come through and we've potted it up, we'll get it into the fridge.
Back in the fridge.
Then start setting again.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll grab a few pots. Maybe a couple, maybe.
How many pots do you normally do?
Usually we sort of fill up this table behind us, and
Okay.
then Claudia will be sealing them as we go across. So do you want to have a crack at it?
Yeah, sure.
So just put your foot there.
Oh, so I could hear it twice, but I see what you mean. Oh, there's something very satisfying about this.
Next, the lids are sealed on, and after a little bit of work, I think I deserve to be rewarded with a taste. First up is the original.
Love it. Would go nicely with a curry. Black cherry, your favourite.
This is my favourite, yeah.
It is just a hint of black cherry,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's enough there.
Yeah, so you know about it.
But you've got the sourness of the yoghurt still.
Yeah, so it's still like that natural yoghurt taste in it. And then finally raspberry.
It's distinctive from the black
Yeah.
cherry.
Yeah, it's definitely got a different sort of fragrance and flavour about it.
Sam, thank you very much for showing me the process. It's been so interesting.
No, it's been good to have you.
Thank you. So we know our mystery house is too big for Andy and Carol, so let's find out if one of our 2 other properties is a good fit for them. So, where are we with the houses? I know you liked all of them, really.
We did.
But which ones are serious contenders for you now? Is it really only house number 2?
It is.
I think so, yes. I mean, I loved house number 1, but I think I agree with Andy that it's perhaps just a little too remote.
Lovely location, but practically day-to-day living, I just feel it's a little too far out of town.
So, will you go back and see house number 2?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Do you love the house enough to perhaps put an offer in if you're in a position to?
The house was lovely. It suited us down to the ground.
I think you looked at home in it.
I felt at home.
It did. It was very homely, and for a barn conversion, just felt really cosy, and I could see us relaxing there, having the whole family over, and
I like that word. I felt relaxed in it as well.
yeah, you could just move literally straight in without having to do anything.
Well, I'm hoping you like the area then, because actually, therefore, you might have found the house.
You might have found us a house.
Yes.
Well, I wish you both the best of luck. I'm excited for your move and the fact that you'll be moving closer to family.
Yes,
Okay,
and
thank you
I'd
very
just
much.
like to say thank you so much for the last couple of days. We've just enjoyed it so much. It's been a really good experience. I can't wait to phone you up and tell you the news.
Well, do it soon. Do it soon. It's easy to see why Carol and Andy seem so at home in Yorkshire, with lots of family members already living here. In many ways, house number 2 was spot on for them. But even if that doesn't work out, I'm just so pleased that we were able to open up their minds about what type of property they should go and see from now on, and also help them realise just how important location is to them. So I look forward to hearing their good news about moving to this picturesque region very soon. See you next time on Escape to the Country. At 1,237 feet above sea level, this is England's highest freshwater lake. But what's it called and where exactly am I? I'll reveal all in just a moment.
Today's house hunt is a feast for the eyes for 2 brothers.
You just can't get away from that view.
It is quite something.
It's stunning.
And as they say, watch out for the quiet ones.
Can you hear that? Yeah. Nothing. That's wonderful.
Today we're in Yorkshire, and this body of water behind me is Malham Tarn, a freshwater lake that covers some 150 acres right here in the heart of the Yorkshire Dales. Designated a national park back in 1954, the Dales are just one of 15 national parks found in the UK. Now, some 20,000 people are lucky enough to call this park home. And later on in the show, I'll be meeting some of the rangers responsible for looking after this truly beautiful landscape.
Located in the north of England, North Yorkshire spans some 3,340 square miles. It's England's largest county, with around 40% consisting of national parks. Most of the Yorkshire Dales National Park is located within the county boundaries. Its vast network of footpaths makes it a haven for hill walkers and includes a long stretch of the 268-mile Pennine Way. The natural force of its rivers is evident at Aysgarth Falls, Wensleydale. This triple flight waterfall stretches for almost a mile, providing a much-loved beauty spot.
The market town of Skipton lies on the national park boundary and boasts one of the most complete and best preserved medieval castles in England. The Leeds and Liverpool Canal also passes through Skipton. Completed in 1816 for transporting cargo from coal to cloth, it's the longest canal in Britain at 127 miles. The industrial heyday has long gone, but it provides a popular route for holidaymakers. So if you're seeking sublime solitude and beautiful landscapes, you can't go wrong with making a break for North Yorkshire. There are some 8,000 households within the national park, but it's estimated up to a quarter of those aren't permanently occupied, as the area has become increasingly popular as a choice for second homes. And it's easy to see why when you take a look at the average price of a detached home across North Yorkshire, which at £282,000 is some £19,000 below the national figure. But today's buyer isn't looking for a temporary fix. He's after a permanent move here. So let's find out why he wants to call the Dales home. Today's buyer, Steve, has lived in Claygate, Surrey for almost 3 decades. His younger brother, Richard, is just 4 miles down the road in Surbiton. But despite living so close, the age gap meant the siblings didn't grow up together and were estranged for many years until finding each other through social media.
We are really like peas in a pod. It's remarkable. I never saw Richard for over 20 years, and Richard saw me on Facebook, and I received this email notification, and it was Richard. We met, having not seen each other for 20 years, and it was like 20 minutes. It was just absolutely amazing.
We both know what we like, spookily similar in almost every way. We could be twins even in some respects. The resemblance and the likeness and everything, the personal traits that we have, it's quite uncanny. The amount of times we've gone, come on, you're joking, you don't really like corned beef chips with an egg on top. His favourite meal, my favourite meal.
Steve, like Richard, spent many years in the military. He now works for a gas and oil company, but with retirement on the horizon, he's looking to leave the Surrey commuter belt to return to his northern roots.
I was born and bred in Yorkshire, and you, as a Yorkshire person, you never lose the longing. Yorkshire never leaves you, and I just wish to go back there. And the part of Yorkshire that I'd most likely love to move to are the Dales.
And there are several areas of outstanding beauty, natural beauty in the Dales as well. So it's going to be good for Steve, I think, to be able to live amongst that and to get out and about and visit places that he's never seen before.
And when it comes to making the move, who better to help than his long-lost brother?
The reason I've asked Richard to help me out with the move to Yorkshire is that we are very much alike as far as our personalities goes, our likes, our dislikes, etc. So I think he will be a great help to me in making the decision. Should I be hesitant on something, he will be able to give his experience and his advice, which will help me make that correct decision.
The hope is that Steve's new home in Yorkshire will offer a complete change of lifestyle.
I need that little bit of isolation, and also I'm very much into self-sufficiency. If there's a wooded area that I can cut down and then replant, then I can use that with the heating in the house. If I have a stream, I may well construct a kind of water wheel, maybe, to generate some electricity, and probably plant on vegetables and things like this. I envisage myself living a good life up there, and a more natural life.
Having found each other after all these years, Steve's move will leave the brothers further apart again, but they're certainly not planning on letting the distance grow between them.
I intend to visit with my other half quite often, actually. It's a lovely part of the world. It's somewhere that I'd love to live as well. I'm really pleased that he's asked me to join him on this venture and journey of discovery and finding somewhere new to live. It's an area that I'd really love to live in as well when I come to retire, which is obviously quite some time away.
Steve is keen to be within the Yorkshire Dales region of the county, but before we start looking at houses, I'm meeting him and Richard on Yorkshire soil to find out just what this move means.
Hello.
Hello, Steve. Richard, welcome to Yorkshire.
Nikki, hi.
Or
Pleased
should
to
I
meet you.
say welcome back? Because this is home, isn't it?
Indeed.
You were both born here, weren't you?
Yeah, we were born in the east of Yorkshire, which is still Yorkshire.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I left Yorkshire when I was 15 and I've hardly been back since, and to be back here now today is just, and where we are is just absolutely fantastic.
Sir Richard, brother, best friend, confidant. Is that the role you're going to be playing over the next few days?
Indeed, yes. I'd like to think my presence here would be able to impart a little bit of advice and steer him possibly in the right direction to making the correct purchase.
So what is it exactly you're looking for in your next property?
I'm looking for a detached property with a little bit of isolation because I'd like some privacy. I'd like a bit of land with it, maybe a wooded area because I'm real fond of an open fire, so I can maybe chop my own wood and replant trees and things like this.
Trying to be self-sufficient?
Well, yes, a little bit, I think, yeah, because I think the more you can be, then the better it is for everybody.
Ideally, how many bedrooms will you be after?
2 to 3 bedrooms, I guess. Just some space if my brother comes to visit with his partner, or my daughter and her husband and children come up.
Right. I want you to remind us, how much have we got to spend with this move?
Maybe 480 to 500,000.
So
yes.
500,000 ideally is the top threshold.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
Well, we do have some splendid properties to show you too. So shall we get started?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Come on, let's
Thank
hit
you.
the road.
Okay.
Steve is looking to fulfil his dream of a return to Yorkshire with a budget of £500,000. He wants a detached property with some land, ideally partly wooded. He'd like 2 to 3 bedrooms and a secluded location within walking distance to a village community. We've picked 3 very different houses to show Steve, all with his wish list in mind. After each tour, it'll be time to guess the asking price. Lastly, we'll be viewing the mystery house, which could be a lesson to us all. Our Yorkshire Dales house hunt is kicking off in the village of Starbotton. 2 miles away is the larger village of Kettlewell, located over the River Wharfe. Known as the start of some of the best walking in the Dales, this village is largely built from local limestone and offers a great selection of ramblers' rest points, including a hotel, pubs and places to enjoy a welcome cup of tea. 2 miles upstream is Starbotton. Here, the striking Dales backdrop includes a 400-year-old pub and quiet country lanes. And it's tucked away at the end of one of these that we find our first house.
So we brought you to the heart of the Dales to show you our first property, and it's this one.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Well, it looks quite large, which is kind of what I was looking for. Proximity to other properties, a little bit closer than what I was expecting. But so far, it's very quiet around here, so maybe that won't bother me too much.
It looks a very traditional Yorkshire Dales house. It's off the beaten track, very quiet. I think this looks quite promising.
Shall we start our first tour?
Let's do that.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Well, let's see if the outside promise is fulfilled inside this detached stone house, which was in fact built in 1965 on the site of a former barn. And perhaps reflecting its more modern origins, it has an unexpected layout, with stairs from the entrance hall leading up to the main living space.
So starting off upstairs, you've got this sort of big open entrance which leads into our sitting room that, in a way, I think dominates the whole house.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's a fair-sized room, isn't it?
And there's a fire.
We've got a multi-fuel burner there. This is not what you'd expect, is it?
Not really. No. I didn't know quite what to expect, but I'm very, very pleased in what I've seen.
And the size of this room is quite deceptive from the outside.
Yeah.
And I think the use of the large windows as well gives it lots of light, which is something I like, and the view. Well, what else can you say?
Yeah. So you've got this huge space as your sitting room. Next door to that, you've got your kitchen.
Oh.
Quite like the open plan feel, do you?
Yes, I do. I do. I'm very much open plan.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
On this level, you do have the master bedroom with a separate shower room.
Well, this is fine. But you need to be on this level to take advantage of the views. Yeah.
So first impressions.
So far, so good.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think it's excellent so far.
A great reaction. And back on the ground floor, we find a family bathroom and 2 further bedrooms. A good-sized guest double and a smaller room that's currently used as an office, making a total of 3. Located below the upstairs living area is a further reception room.
This is a perfect kind of office, would be for me.
Absolutely.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's wonderful.
And that's what you want.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's what you want.
And certainly the quietness of this room would give you the perfect environment to work with a bit of a view.
A promising response to the upside-down layout of this detached stone house. Outside, there's an attached garage, as well as a low-maintenance patio garden to the rear with timber shed, plus a large decked balcony giving elevated views out to the national park. That's your view, that's your vista.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, boys, you know, this garden, this is enough for you then?
It's more than enough, yes. I mean, occasional barbecue, something like this, I mean, that's sufficient.
Yeah. Just one more thing to tell you. There is a parcel of land that's being sold separately to this property. It's literally just up the road.
Wow.
It's an acre, so if you did want to purchase that, it'd be around the £3,000 mark.
OK.
So, we've got to talk money on this home, our first property. It is in the National Park.
It is.
What do we think it's on the market for?
I'm inclined to say 460.
OK. Richard?
I was thinking 485.
I think you're going to be surprised by this. The asking price is £425,000.
Wow.
OK.
Wow, that's very, very good.
I'm quite lost for words,
Yeah.
actually, with the value of that, yeah.
Oh, that makes a change. But that's...
But why don't you go and take a look at that land first of all, just in
Yes,
case it might
okay.
interest you?
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Shall
have
we?
a think
Yeah,
and then
absolutely,
come
Rich.
back
Yeah,
here.
absolutely, yeah.
OK.
OK.
Off you go, guys.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, Rich.
At £75,000 below Steve's top budget, this detached 1960s house provides upside-down living with an open-plan area on the upper floor and a total of 3 bedrooms. There's a low-maintenance garden plus the option of further land, and it's in a quiet spot in the heart of the Yorkshire Dales.
I'm not quite sure what I'll do with it, but
Quite steep
it's
incline.
it's worth consideration, absolutely.
Yeah. But then if you look behind, look at the view.
Well, it's stunning. I was very impressed, not only with the location, but also the amount of rooms. It's very well kept, very well maintained, and there's room for potential as well. It's a possibility.
I think this property is stunning. The features are lovely. It's decorated well throughout. If I had the choice, I'd probably live here myself.
Well, that was certainly a good start, I think, here in the Dales. All right, gentlemen.
Right, Nikki.
Happy? Have you seen enough?
Yes.
OK.
absolutely.
Well, head off.
Thank you, Rich.
The breathtaking terrain of the National Park is ideal rambler territory, with over 1,400 miles of public footpaths threading through the landscape. But for those wanting to experience an altogether different kind of tour, there is a more unusual and rather exhilarating way to absorb the scenery on a motor trike. Proud Yorkshireman and trike enthusiast Jason Richards has been guiding tourists around the Dales for the past 3 years, and today he's offered to show Steve and Richard one of his favourite routes.
Why a trike over any other form of transport?
The trike is a vehicle I love and I love to drive, and it's an absolute pleasure. But we have a saying, see, feel and experience the Yorkshire Dales like never before. When you're on a Yorkshire trike tour, you feel part of the environment as you're not cocooned in a bubble as you are in a car. So all your senses work in perfect harmony, and it's just an absolute delight.
One more question. Can we have a go?
We certainly can. We're going to take you around this area. Let's get you loaded up, saddled up, and let's go for a tour.
The boom trike Jason rides is part of the Mustang family and hand-built in Germany. Tours range from full days to shorter trips like today. They're heading south through picturesque Skyrim, an Old Norse name meaning bright water meadow. On one side of the valley is Apple Tree Wick pasture, on the other the scarp face of Simon's Seat. Sites include Barden Tower, originally the location of a forest lodge, belonging to the Norman lords who owned estates around Craven after the 11th century Norman conquest. In the 15th century, it came into the hands of Henry Clifford, a member of the local landed gentry, who substantially remodelled it into a fortified house.
The Clifford family own a castle at Skipton, about 10 kilometres from here.
Okay.
Well, Henry wanted a place, a shooting lodge on their land where he could stay and enjoy his passions of hunting, shooting and fishing. So the Clifford family built Baden Towers, completed in 1485, just at the side of the River Wharf. And he stayed here through the season and enjoyed his passions of game shooting.
But it's ruins now. Well, what actually happened to it?
Yeah, it just fell into disrepair, really, in the sort of late 1500s going into the 1600s. It just became one of those white elephant properties that they didn't keep up, and it just fell into ruin, which is a shame, really, because it's a beautiful house, beautiful towers and a beautiful location.
Following the River Wharf through the Duke of Devonshire's land, the route reaches Bolton Abbey.
Just see it through the trees here. There you go.
Oh, right, OK. Wow.
So here we are, guys. Welcome to Bolton Abbey.
Very impressive building.
Yes, it's very nice, isn't it?
Who built it?
This was built by the Augustinian monks.
When was it built? It looks pretty old to me.
Well, it was completed in 1154. They were on a pilgrimage following the River Wharf, and they stopped to refresh themselves in this area. And they noticed the cleanliness of water, of the river water, and also the abundance of trout in the river. So they said this would be a wonderful place to worship. So they inquired to who owned the land, and the land back then was owned by the de Romilly family. So they approached the de Romilly family and said, if you grant us permission to build a place of worship on this green pasture land, we'll be able to guarantee your family has a direct stairway to heaven. Masterstroke.
Really?
Indeed.
Fantastic.
The abbey survived until the 16th century, when it was destroyed under Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries. But today's three-wheel tour does not end here. Jason is taking them to one of his own favourite spots in the Malhamdale village of Ayrton.
We're going to get a cup of tea and something to eat.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Marvellous.
And having been refreshed with a good Yorkshire brew,
Cheers, guys. Welcome,
Cheers.
welcome to the Yorkshire Dales.
Thank you.
the property search for Steve's Dreamdale's house continues. We're heading to the village of Elslack, close to the Lancashire border. 3.5 miles away, the village of Carlton in Craven offers facilities, including a shop, a choice of pubs, pharmacy and post office. There's also a former cotton mill built in 1861, which is now residential. But back in Elslack, we're on a hill next to a reservoir at the outskirts of the village, where the property we're viewing also has a fascinating former use. So, gentlemen, we have our next house with the most amazing view.
That's what a stunning position. That's one heck of a swimming pool.
Have we surprised you?
You certainly have.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, but this is great.
This used to be the reservoir manager's house.
Oh, I see.
The reservoir was built in the 1920s. It's been decommissioned. So apart from the local fishermen that come for the brown trout, you only really have sheep as your neighbours here.
Yes, that's good.
Wow.
What sort of score would you give it?
9 out of 10.
Would you?
I think I'd be about there as well.
Would you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very promising. Let's see if the house is going to continue on that theme.
Let's.
Okay, let's go.
Originally built by Yorkshire Water, the current owners have renovated and extended this detached residence. An entrance at the far end of the drive takes us through a hall and into the country kitchen, opening into a garden room.
This is nice. Look at that cooker.
Oh, it's bright.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
You've got your range,
One of the things was a range, it was a hope. Anyway,
Oh.
but absolutely.
but that view at the end.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, I think it's nice. It's set out in like in a traditional farmhouse-style kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's great and perfect for Steve's requirements.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And you've actually got a utility room next door with a bit of a larder going on.
Oh, excellent.
Which is always good. So we have our kitchen. It's got everything that you need in it,
Uh-huh.
leading us into this modern extension, which I think makes the downstairs of this property.
Beautiful.
That is really nice. If this was going to be my house, I would spend most of my time in here, I think.
How would you feel living here with no neighbours?
Very happy indeed.
Would you?
Absolutely. To come here with this tranquility and the peace would be pretty near perfect.
From what I've seen so far, I think, and knowing Steve as well as I do, I think this is impressing him to the max right now. And I could see him definitely living here.
Right, well, let's
Let's see
hope
the
the rest deliver.
No pressure then, but I have every confidence in the rest of the ground floor, where back from the entrance hall we find a classic reception room next to the kitchen.
So here is your sitting room, again, being built, so you have these magnificent views.
That's something, isn't
That
it?
is a view to die for.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't need a TV or anything in here, do you?
You don't, do
You just
you?
look out the window. Wow.
So bringing us back inside, you love a fire, don't you?
Beautiful fireplace.
And then next door to this, you've got another sitting room, smaller. They use it as an office, again with that aspect. So this is the downstairs. So we still liking what we're seeing?
Very much so. Yeah, so far.
Yeah. Okay. All right. On that winning note, we'll continue.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Thank you, Rich. Right.
All good so far, and I'm not expecting the upstairs to disappoint, with this house delivering 3 good-sized doubles, all served by a family bathroom and separate WC. A guest room above the kitchen enjoys double aspect windows, whilst another above the ground floor office has those splendid reservoir views. As does bedroom number 3, a very well-positioned master.
Wow.
You just can't get away from that view.
I know.
You wouldn't want to get away from that
You
view.
always look this way with this house for that reason. It is quite something.
It's stunning.
And a good size.
I was just about to say, it's a good size room as well.
Yeah.
We keep talking about that vista. I think it's time to explore it a little further, don't you?
Yes,
Totally agree.
please.
Thank you.
This former reservoir manager's house keeps on delivering, and outside there's all the splendid isolation Steve could long for, with an extensive 1 3/4 acres of grounds. It includes areas of woodland where the current owner's hens enjoy their life outdoors alongside seasonal bluebells. A garage sits next to the house, whilst at the edge of the plot, a disused works building has current planning permission to be turned into a 1-bedroom holiday dwelling, giving Steve further scope for visitors or even a source of income.
They've had a quote. It's going to cost between £25,000 and £30,000 to convert it.
And the view you'd have from that would be fantastic.
It'd be amazing. You could actually charge between £12,000 and £18,000 a year rent.
That would be a great addition to your estate.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That's really got you thinking now, hasn't
Well,
it?
yeah, it certainly has. Even more exciting, yes.
How much would you say this house is on the market for?
OK, 490.
I was going to go with 485.
Gosh, you're both very close. The asking price, and it has just gone on the market, is £495,000.
Very close. That's good. That's really good news. That's
That
really
is.
good news for a property like this. I mean,
Yeah.
this is quite unique.
It is.
I mean, it's not just the home, it's where the home is.
Yeah.
You know, and meets my criteria.
Do you fancy having another look at the house?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. Have another,
shall we?
wander.
Come on.
OK, let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thank
See you
you.
in a minute. Yes. Didn't want to say too much, but both of them love this property. I mean, Steve, as soon as he walked in, you could just see his face, the smile. He looks at home. I was a little worried at the beginning that we might be too isolated, but within seconds, no. This is where he wants to live, and this is the way he wants to live his life.
This former reservoir manager's house offers Steve a country kitchen opening onto a garden room, 3 double bedrooms, and a large plot of versatile land. With planning permission for a 1-bedroom dwelling, there's scope for income, as well as all the beautiful solitude Steve could hope for.
It's certainly nice.
It's brilliant, actually, yeah.
But look at the view. Oh, look at that.
That's beautiful.
That's
Beautiful.
stunning.
It's a great place. I'm amazed by the location of this property. It's superb, absolutely superb. It's quiet, the scenery is beautiful. I couldn't really ask for anything more.
This house is absolutely stunning. It's well appointed, it's well decorated, the layout's fantastic, the views are spectacular. I can see my brother Steve living in this house, without a doubt. There is absolutely no doubt that myself and my partner will be coming up to visit Steve on quite an annoyingly regular basis.
Look at these handsome fellas. Have you seen enough?
We have, yes, absolutely.
Have we ended the day on a high?
Without a doubt.
Totally,
Excellent,
yes.
good.
Literally on a high.
Good.
Yes,
Yeah, we're very
yes.
high.
Yes.
But remember, I do have one more house to show you tomorrow.
Oh, I know,
Our mystery house.
I know.
Right, let's hit the road.
OK.
We're in North Yorkshire, where Steve from Claygate, Surrey, is hoping to return to his Yorkshire roots and find his dream house in the Dales. Brother Richard is on hand to help with the decision of spending his £500,000 budget. So far, we've seen 2 wonderful properties, but the mystery house is still to come and promises to give us all an education.
Wow, it's
So
pretty
that's
impressive.
all of yours, yeah.
That's nice. OK.
Plus, I'm finding out why, all in all, North Yorkshire is not another brick in the wall.
That doesn't look too bad, does it? Right, next one.
Possibly that.
Look at me offering stones to you here. Well, after yesterday, the mystery house has a lot of work to do if it's to top our second property, but I think it's in with a chance. Now, although it does have neighbours and a style that perhaps Steve wouldn't consider normally, what it does offer is a sense of space and a real connection with the Dales that's going to be hard to ignore. So let's see how we get on. So, how are we feeling, both of you, after yesterday?
Tired because I didn't sleep very well.
And last night over dinner, I was giving Steve the benefit of my wisdom, trying to allay any fears they may have over making what is a massive decision.
What would be the nightmare scenario?
If Steve didn't choose to move to one of the houses that we've seen.
Yeah.
I think we have to leave it there, don't we? I couldn't sum it up better myself.
No.
Our mystery house is in the village of Greenhow Hill. 3 miles away, the market town of Pateley Bridge provides a very traditional high street where bunting adorns shops from butchers to fishmongers, and the sweet-toothed are catered for by the oldest sweet shop in England. A few minutes' drive away is Greenhow Hill, thought to be the first planned village in the country, with records from 1613 showing plans for miners' cottages, as well as stabling for the oxen and horses working the local mines. Our mystery house sits on the main route from the centre opposite farmland.
Gentlemen, we have our final house for you.
Very church-like.
Well, you'd be right. There is a religious connection here. It's a former Sunday school, but you do have the stained glass. It has a slightly religious feel to it, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
No?
No,
I
not
like
at all.
it.
I think
really
it
like
gives it character as
Yeah.
well. And
Definitely.
And it separates it from the rest of the properties.
Be interesting to see what it looks like inside.
Come on, then. Let's start the tour.
This former Sunday school house, built in 1885, has been converted in the past few decades. A porch front door takes us into an impressive open-plan interior.
So, come on in. You've got your dining room here for kitchen living space.
OK.
This is the main body of the house.
Quite unusual, the layouts. You wouldn't think it would look like this when you walk through the front door. Not what I expected at all, to be honest.
I'm not blown away, but
Right, okay.
it's pleasant.
They've also incorporated the L-shaped seating area so that it is open plan. But through the door is, in actual fact, the original kitchen when the house was converted, and it's huge. So you've got a massive utility room, plus you've actually got a downstairs bedroom with an ensuite.
Oh, really?
And a boot room. So in actual fact, this is quite a substantial property.
OK.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
So in this room so far?
Yeah, so far.
Well, let's show you the sitting room, which is actually behind us, just through here. So you've got the double doors opening up, so you can have a bit of privacy if you wanted to.
It's very cosy.
It's cosy, yes, and there's another fire as well there.
I think the room's got character. I think it's quite nice.
Oh, that's good. Right, well, I'm going to keep working on that one. Let's head upstairs.
Okay.
In addition to that ground floor ensuite bedroom, upstairs a mezzanine has been added to provide space for 3 further bedrooms. To the front of the home above the sitting room, a charming guest room sits under the eaves with an outlook through an arched window. Looking out over the back is a further double, again with feature window. These are both served by a shower room. And then, at the other end of the landing above the kitchen, is bedroom number 4, the master ensuite. Do you like the room?
Yeah, the room's nice. It's nice and airy, nice and bright. With the ensuite as well, that's very, very useful.
Yeah.
I'm not blown away by it. I like the built-in wardrobes. They're great for saving space. Apart from that, I just see it as just a bedroom with an ensuite.
OK. All right, well, there's still something else I'd like to show you before we do guess the price, but we are going to head outside.
OK, OK.
Have I left the best till last?
Let's see.
Well, that would be my choice.
A surprisingly lukewarm response to the very characterful and well-finished interior of this detached former schoolhouse. And outside, our mystery proposition gives Steve an outlook over glorious Dales vistas, with the lion's share of the garden found to the rear of the property. There's a paved terrace and a large area of lawn, along with a chicken run and vegetable plot. A pathway leads to extensive off-road parking and a double garage. Next to the quarter-acre garden, there's a 1-acre paddock, surrounded by dry stone walling and featuring 2 timber stables with power and lighting.
Wow.
So that's all of yours, yeah.
That's nice. OK.
It's relatively low maintenance, which is good. Excellent.
So we've now, for the final time, going to have to try and put a value on our mystery house.
OK. I'm thinking 410.
OK. Richard?
460.
The asking price is actually slightly higher than that, at £475,000.
OK.
I think the price reflects the size of the house, because it is quite a substantial house here, plus an acre of land. I think that's probably why it's in that bracket. Still under your budget, though. Well, I'm still going to ask you to take a look again, just together this time. Now you know the price. And then when you've seen enough, go and check out that view on the top of the Dale. It is quite magnificent.
Indeed.
And well, I'll meet you out the front.
OK, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
£25,000 below budget, our mystery property comes with an open-plan kitchen and living space, a further reception room and 4 bedrooms, 2 of which are en suite. There's over an acre of land and stunning views of the Yorkshire Dales.
Look at that.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
That is a view. That is certainly a view. I could stand here all day and look at that. The mystery house from the outside, for me, looked quite appealing. It's done out nicely, quite well appointed, plenty of space, but didn't really do it for me. And I don't think it did it for Steve either.
A little bit disappointed, unfortunately. There's over an acre of ground at the back. There's quite an extensive garden. But it still didn't entice me into even thinking of purchasing this.
Right, gentlemen, so that is it for today. So we're going to go somewhere quiet, have a chat, and Steve, you're going to tell us what your next move's going to be.
Absolutely. OK.
Exciting.
The magnificent 680 square miles of the Yorkshire Dales National Park are looked after by a dedicated team of 18 rangers who work alongside a large number of volunteers to protect and conserve the environment for the benefit of both wildlife and visitors. Phil Richards is the area ranger for Wharfdale and Littondale, and I'm joining him on the job today to help out with one of the current restoration projects. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Nikki.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Welcome to the Yorkshire Dales.
Thank you. Thanks for picking me up in the 4x4. One of the most distinctive and oldest man-made features of the Dales landscape are the dry stone walls, all maintained by the team of rangers. Explain to me the role of a ranger.
Our main focus is looking after the rights-of-way, public rights-of-way network. So that involves repairing the footpaths, stiles, bridges, all that type of work. and it's important that people can come out and enjoy this beautiful landscape, but at the same time it's respecting that landscape.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that when people come out here, you know, they do both of those things.
And what are you currently working on here in the park?
One of the projects I'm working on is repairing a bridleway up on the moors. So it's a case of airlifting materials in aggregate using an helicopter, which is quite exciting.
Yes, I'd say.
But of course, you know, these areas are quite inaccessible, so the only way to get materials up there to these places is by, you know, using airlifting them up.
Another of Phil's projects that's nearing completion is the replacement of an old wooden stile with a stone one.
So, Phil, what have we got going on here?
Well, it's just repairing this stile. We've rebuilt most of it, actually. So it's a case now of finishing it off. We need some more stones just to finish the job off. So what we're trying to do is also improve access, but at the same time, get back what would have been originally here, which was a stone stile.
And this looks a lot easier to get over than the wooden ladder behind me. So how many a year would you need to replace the stiles?
It can be, you know, well into the hundreds of stiles that are repaired.
Can it really? Because I've got my industrial gloves on and I'm ready. So which one should we start off with first?
Well, I think this looks a good candidate, actually. The idea is that when you're putting stones on, is to make sure that the joints are crossed. It keeps the wall firm and secure.
These are sturdy, aren't they?
Oh, they are sturdy, yeah. I mean, we mentioned before it's like a jigsaw puzzle, so all these stones interlock with each other and they form a really strong boundary.
There are around 2,000 miles of public rights-of-way within the park boundaries, all of which need maintaining.
You see, the idea is, Nikki, once we've put stones on this side, you would put some stones, like a course of stones on the other side, and then when you've done that, you fill all the middle in with a little filling stone, so you pack it all tight so it keeps it nice and strong.
Yeah.
And watertight, of course.
That doesn't look too bad, does
No,
it?
no,
Right, next
no.
one.
Possibly that.
Look at me offering stones to you here.
After lending a hand with an ancient building technique, next I'm meeting Rachel Alderson to learn how they're using 21st century technology to encourage visitors to the park.
So, Rachel, as a young Rangers officer, what exactly is your role?
So I work with 12 to 16-year-olds of young people in the National Park and get them outside doing practical work, so conservation tasks and general work in the environment.
I've heard of a new thing called geocaching.
Yes.
It's a first for me. Explain what it means.
Geocaching is, simply put, treasure hunting. You use a GPS receiver and use a map and go and find caches, like treasure, hidden all around you. There's about 1 million caches hidden all over the world.
Now, this all-important treasure, you've already organised something for me to find, haven't you?
Yes.
So what do I need to do?
So the GPS is pointing into this corner here, Nikki, so if you want to have a
little look.
And this is a typical type of cache that you might find.
So what would be in it?
Always a logbook, because you're meant to sign, and then inside there'll be some treasures as well.
Oh, there are, look, pens and everything.
When people come, they can take an item from the box, but they also have to leave something too.
What about a bit of escape to the country rock?
We don't usually suggest leaving food, just because of it's outside and wild animals, but I'm sure some walkers would really enjoy finding that.
I wonder who's going to find that. And then is it going to go back in the same spot?
It's going to go back in the same spot for the next person to come and find it.
Rachel, thank you very much indeed.
No problem.
I love a treasure hunt, and where better than in one of our gorgeous national parks. But what of our property hunt today? Because I've got high hopes that we may have struck gold.
Well, I think I know which house has stolen Steve's heart, but let's go and find out for sure. Well, chaps, it's a long way, isn't it, from Surrey to North Yorkshire, but is it going to be your home? That is the big question.
Chances are that it will be my home. Steve was obviously hesitant because of the massive move from south to north, but I think Steve's been quite buoyed by what he's seen, and that decision is going to be forthcoming sooner rather than later, I believe.
So let's talk about our properties that we showed you. One, I think, was the winner. Am I right?
I think your intuition serves you well if it's number 2.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
That is...
Beautiful house by the reservoir.
Absolutely stunning. It was just amazingly good.
everything about that house, as Steve has said, ticked all these boxes.
Yeah.
And I was really pleased to see the house from my perspective, knowing what Steve's requirements were, because I instantly knew when I saw it that it was going to satisfy him entirely.
I was extremely pleased, and also with my supportive brother Richard, his view as well is very important to me as well, and it's exactly the same as mine. So, you know, I thank him for that. But no, it was stunning.
Was splendid location.
You've done a great job finding that out.
So this is a good sign. This makes me think that you might be going back and having another viewing.
I think you might be right.
Yeah?
Yes.
And it's got to be done soon because it's a case of move or lose.
And I'm sure it's going to be very popular for other people viewing.
I think so.
Yeah.
So
It's only just gone on the market, hasn't it?
it has, but I don't think it will be on the market very long.
Well, I hope it's not on the market for long because it is your new home. That's what we're hoping for.
Absolutely.
I hope you put an offer in and it's accepted and you're moving in very shortly. Thank you both.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Well, we've had a fantastic time here, and I'm delighted to tell you that Steve has put an offer in on our home down by the reservoir, and the even better news is it's been accepted. The perfect way to end our time here in the Yorkshire Dales. And I'll see you again soon on Escape to the Country.
This 1830s building might make you think I'm close to some industrial heartland, but actually it was pivotal in protecting a vast area of countryside. Find out what it did and where I am in just a few moments.
On today's show, a retired teacher with help from her sister hopes to find a country home closer to family. Property hunting is a steep learning curve.
I sense a little bit of hesitation.
Well, this is one room, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Just you're taking your time.
Yes.
But one house is clearly top of the class.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Today I'm in Somerset and these are the Levels and Moors. It's one of the lowest and flattest areas in the county, just a few metres above sea level. Until the 1950s, the Western Zoyland pumping station here was a vital engine room, draining away excess water so the land could be used for farming. And despite the struggle to keep the area above water over the centuries, the wetlands here are of international importance because of the wildlife that flocks here.
In the heart of the West Country, Somerset is England's 7th largest county. Its land border includes Devon and the shoreline stretches along the Bristol Channel. It's a county full of contrasting landscapes, from its dramatic rocky coastline to the low-lying flat terrain of the Somerset Levels. Coastal resorts include Burnham-on-Sea, famous for its lighthouse on legs. Built in 1832, it still warns local shipping of the shifting sands, flashing its light every 7.5 seconds. Inland, the Mendip Hills are popular with hikers and backpackers. The area is also home to Cheddar Gorge, the birthplace of Britain's most popular cheese. Pretty Somerset villages include Dunster, one of the best preserved medieval settlements in England. It grew up around a Norman castle, later rebuilt as a country home for the Luttrell family. With the added draw of the Exmoor National Park featuring rolling landscapes and a native breed of pony, this is a great county for aspiring country dwellers.
In Somerset, the average price of a detached property is around £313,000, which just nudges above the national figure. The good news is that central and southern parts offer better value for money if you don't need those transport links up to Bath and Bristol, which is why North Somerset has a premium price tag. That bodes well for today's buyer, as easy access to the countryside is high on her agenda.
Today's property shopper is retired maths teacher Debbie, who's brought along her older sister Sandra to help in her house hunt. For the last 15 years, Debbie has lived in a 4-bedroom detached property in the heart of the West Midlands metropolis.
I live in a suburb of Birmingham called Marston Green, which is probably about 8 miles from the centre of Birmingham. You wouldn't know you were in Birmingham. It's quite a leafy suburb, although it's becoming more and more built up as the years go on. The cars, busy, busy, busy. The airport is close by, and I just look forward to a little more peace and quiet.
But there are other reasons for moving now. Sadly, Debbie was widowed last year. One of her 2 daughters is moving to Somerset with her husband and son for work. Debbie feels now is the right time to leave the home she shared with her late husband and spend more time with her young grandson.
I want to move there predominantly because my daughter and family are moving down there. I'm from the southwest, and I would love to go closer to my roots again. I've always hankered after it, but it hasn't been possible throughout my married life, and now it is. The opportunity's arisen, and I'm really quite excited about my return to that part of the country.
It's a major move, but fortunately Sandra, who also lives in the West Country, will help Debbie choose the right house.
I've enlisted the help of my older sister Sandra, who was the voice of reason, whereas I'm the impetuous one and would buy the first thing that I really like.
I think she's come to a stage in her life where it's time for the next move on, and this is an ideal opportunity to do it. I'll be the brain and Debbie can be the heart.
Although she's retired, Debbie certainly won't be slowing down.
The things that I do here, I'll be able to do down there as well. Do a lot of sport, a lot of running, a lot of fitness. I play netball, I play tennis. So hopefully I'll be able to continue all that when I go down, and possibly a lot more. I anticipate doing some walking as well, which might make things better.
After nearly 40 years of living in Birmingham, Debbie is under no illusions about the move, but the positives definitely outweigh the negatives.
I'll miss my friends dreadfully. I'll miss my youngest daughter, who will still be living here, but it is only 2.5 hours away, and we've reconciled that, and we're going to see each other a lot. But I'm looking towards a slower lifestyle, a more relaxed lifestyle, and the rural aspect of the lifestyle.
Ideally, Debbie would like to find a property within a 30-minute drive of the village of North Petherton, where her daughter is moving to. I'm meeting up with her and Sandra to pin down her wish list.
Debbie and Sandra, welcome to Somerset. What brings you to this area?
Well, my daughter and son-in-law are relocating with their job, and as I'm on my own now in a very large house, I'm going to move with them.
So this move is all about family?
It's definitely about family, yes.
And the added bonus is you'll be closer to your sister?
Sandra lives in Cornwall, so we now cut the distance by half.
How well do you know this area?
Do you know, I don't know Somerset very well. Having been brought up in Cornwall, we didn't tend to stop in Somerset. We drove straight through it. So I'm really excited to see what Somerset's got to offer me.
And Sandra, you'll be here helping out your sister.
I will. Keeping her feet firmly on the ground.
So is that your job?
It appears to be, yes.
You're the sensible one?
Oh, we hope so. There's going to be very little room for manoeuvre. She's got her mind set on what she wants.
So, Debbie, tell us about those must-haves.
I want a good-sized garden. I'd like a large kitchen come diner. I want something period. I do not want anything new or modern. I'm not into that sort of thing. Access to amenities, and very important, access to social and sports clubs particularly.
Anything else about the house? How many bedrooms?
Right, I would like a minimum of 2, because although it's just me, I've got 2 daughters, a grandson, friends, family who will be visiting, so I want it to be a bit of a family house as well.
And what will you not compromise on?
I won't compromise on a decent garden. I won't compromise on the large kitchen.
And remind us of your budget?
Absolute maximum is 385.
I understand that that's not going to be a compromise.
That's not a compromise, no.
And you're in a good position to move?
My present property's sold.
Perfect.
Yep.
And so you're ready to go?
I'm ready to roll, yes.
Well, shall we hit the road, ladies?
Let's go.
Follow me.
For a maximum budget of £385,000, Debbie is very clear about what she wants and what she doesn't. The house must be old with character. It must have a kitchen diner and a minimum of 2 bedrooms for when Debbie's youngest daughter comes to visit. The garden should be a good size and she wants a location close to amenities, so ideally on the edge of a village. We've done our homework and lined up a fine selection of Somerset properties for teacher Debbie to mark up rather than down, hopefully, but I won't be revealing the price until the end of each tour. Our mystery house is a classic nostalgia trip, but is Debbie ready to go the distance?
You sound very sporty. Do you run every day?
Not every day. I make sure I do at least an hour of something 5 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah, I go to boot camps 3 or 4 times. And if I can't get to one of those, I'll run.
And how well do you know the area?
I don't know it that well at all. Obviously, I've been on the internet and looked around. I drove down the once and had a good old drive around the back roads just to have a look and see.
I think a lot of the area that you're looking in is quite flat, which is great for running, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
For our first property, we're heading to the small village of Staple Fitzpaine, 12 miles from Debbie's daughter in North Petherton. Situated in the Blackdown Hills area of outstanding natural beauty, this rural village has a population of under 200 and is centred on a quiet crossroads where you'll find the local pub, a fine parish church and some curious sandstone boulders which, according to legend, were thrown down by the devil and bleed if you prick them. The first property has a more reputable backstory and is located at the heart of this peaceful village.
And here we have the front of house number 1.
Okay.
So this used to be a schoolhouse in the 19th century. This was the mistress's house. So plenty of character, plenty of history.
Right.
And it's attached to what used to be the school back there. They're both now residential property.
So it's an
You
attached
asked for-
property.
It's an attached property. We can see the gardens already. We'll talk more about it later,
Beautiful.
but it's in a really lovely setting, isn't it?
It is.
It's lovely.
It is.
What about the look of the house?
Well, it's an old school mistress's house and I'm an old school mistress, so... I'm very excited about going into the house and having a look in there.
I'll take you through what is the original front entrance.
OK.
The former schoolhouse, built from locally quarried blue lyre-stone, gets a gold star from retired teacher Debbie for its visual appeal, and I'm hoping she'll also feel right at home inside, as it's full of character.
So the main entrance takes us straight into this lounge.
Yep. And you've got the open fire.
Yeah.
And a beautiful open fireplace.
Oh,
and a lovely window seat, if you
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Oh, we like a window seat.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the style and the look of the lounge?
Style's OK. Yes, I like the open fire. It's nice and light. Yes.
I sense
yes,
a little
nice
bit of
and roomy.
hesitation.
Well, this is one room, isn't it?
Yeah,
OK.
Yes.
Just you're taking your time?
Yes.
Yes.
OK.
Yes.
Definitely.
I don't dislike it.
Not a bad start. Let's head on into the kitchen.
The lounge leads onto a dining room with more old-school features, including exposed stonework and an open fireplace with wood burner. The kitchen is located in a single-storey extension at the front of the property.
Very modern.
It is, isn't it?
It doesn't quite go with the rest
It
of the
doesn't.
house, but this is the extension, so you'll see the former external wall
yes,
here.
yes.
So you can tell this is the extension, and what you have is this kitchen, quite a sizable utility room and a downstairs shower room as well.
Yes. Is it big enough for you?
I think so. I think so. OK.
Debbie's being cagey about the kitchen, and I sense the modern finish isn't her style, but of course, she could easily change that. Time to retrace our steps back through the dining room and living room and head upstairs. Of the 3 bedrooms in the property, one is a single currently used as a study. There's a guest double for when Debbie's daughter comes to stay. They're both serviced by a light, bright family bathroom. That just leaves the main bedroom.
This is what the current owners use as a master.
OK.
You're saying the word OK a lot. OK.
Yes. This is absolutely fine. This would be fine as a bedroom.
But you don't love the house, do you?
Do you know, there are features I'm beginning to see that I'm not liking. And the kitchen is a major one. It's far, far too modern for me.
Although Debbie still has those reservations about the style of the kitchen, I have one last ace up my sleeve, and that's the outside. Debbie wanted a large garden, and the total plot is 2/3 of an acre. As well as the space at the front of the property, she also gets this patch at the rear with a sizable lawn, vegetable plots, greenhouse and various well-maintained flower beds.
So here's the final part of the garden jigsaw. It really does go all the way around the house.
Yes,
Really.
yeah, I love it. I love the garden. That's definitely my best feature. I'm worried about that window next door.
Aha, so one of their windows overlooks...
Overlooks directly into my privacy.
And it's a downstairs one.
Is a deal breaker.
Really?
Yes. I'd be aware of somebody looking out constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a
And
shame.
that's something that couldn't be changed,
Yeah.
whereas other things could have
No.
been.
Yeah.
So the gardens might not be enough to sway you.
No, they're beautiful.
Absolutely
they're beautiful,
stunning.
and
Yeah.
I love them. But I don't love that.
Well, we still have to discuss price.
Okay.
Who'd like to go first?
I think it's in the region of 380.
Ooh, I was slightly lower. It's about 365.
Okay. It's actually currently at the very top of your budget. So the current owners want offers in excess of 385,000.
Okay. Okay.
And in fact, it's been reduced in the last couple of months.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
on for nearer 400,000.
Right.
And it's been reduced
Okay.
to within your budget.
Yeah.
Well, it's always worth having another look at a house once you know the price. So why don't you do that and I'll meet you out front in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Priced at offers over £385,000, our first property is a former schoolhouse dating to the 19th century with character features and a side extension with modern kitchen. There's one more bedroom than Debbie asked for, and the house is set in 2/3 of an acre, but it seems the pretty garden and village location isn't enough to sway Debbie.
It's a lovely property. The gardens are stunning, they're beautiful. I would love those. But there are too many features that I would want to change. But being at the top end of my budget, I wouldn't have the finance to do that.
It's beautiful setting. The location is stunning. But for me personally, to live here, I couldn't do that. But to visit, most definitely.
Do you still feel it's not the property for you?
It's not the property for me.
The good news is we've still got another 2 to see. Onwards and upwards.
Lovely.
Fitness enthusiast Debbie can't wait to explore the countryside. Although she's set on making Somerset her home, she's only visited the area on one previous occasion. So we sent her and Sandra for a local history lesson with a bit of walking thrown in for good measure. They're starting off in North Petherton, and where better to begin their enlightening tour than at the parish church. Local historian Chris Sidway is the man in the know.
We've noticed this church, Chris. It's absolutely beautiful.
The name of the town, North Petherton, the tun is Anglo-Saxon, but the pether is Celtic, and it means the tun, the Saxon settlement, on the north of the River Parrett. It was also a major royal hunting forest, and so when the settlement was established, the church itself was what is called a minster church, or a mother church.
Like its larger cousin in York, the Minster at North Petherton was a missionary church in Anglo-Saxon times and an important centre for worship. The church was later rebuilt in the 15th century.
It must have been quite a wealthy town, a wealthy area
It
to build a
certainly
church
was.
like this.
As well as having the royal hunting forest, Somerset was one of the counties that was very rich for its wool. Different towns had their own wool named after them. So there were Bridgewaters, Tauntons, Chards, and most famous of all, Watchets, which were a pale blue. And they were mentioned by Geoffrey Chaucer in Canterbury Tales.
Chris is Somerset born and bred, and his passion for the local area has led him to establish heritage walking trails through the countryside. The tour's going well so far, and as they head into the Quantock Hills, Chris is literally on the warpath.
We're standing on the Alfred Road. We like to think it was King Alfred and perhaps part of his system of herapaths or warpaths to link his various burghs, but there was also a Norman lord called Alfred de Bagne, so it could have been from either, but we like to think it's King Alfred.
Whichever Alfred first marched along here, the track was still in use in the 19th century as a coaching road. 3.5 miles further on brings them to Fine Court, the site of a former home belonging to 19th century scientist Andrew Cross, who was fascinated with electricity. It burnt down in 1894, nothing to do with his experiments, thankfully, but today the ruins provide a backdrop to a fabulous nature reserve. Debbie and Sandra are finishing their tour by meeting Mel Warman from the National Trust to find out more about the scientist known as the Thunder and Lightning Man.
Did he do any famous experiments at all?
The one he was most known for was the most notorious, is one that he carried out with volcanic rock. He was passing an electric current through a rock in liquid. And when he did it, he was kind of looking through the microscope and these weird little bugs started appearing. He mentioned this to one of his friends in a naive fashion who worked in the press, got published in the paper. Absolute outrage that Andrew Cross was claiming to have created life.
Accused of playing God, it turned out that Cross's instruments were probably contaminated. But his former laboratory at Fine Court serves as a fitting memorial to an early pioneer of power who tends to be overlooked. For our second offering, we're heading to the hamlet of North Newton, just 3.5 miles from Debbie's daughter in North Petherton. Situated in the low-lying Somerset levels, the closest large village is North Curry, a prosperous settlement in the Middle Ages. A flourishing cattle market was established in the 13th century, but the area was also a favourite hunting ground for infamous ruler King John. Many of the buildings date to the 18th century, when the success of the wool trade boosted the local economy, and the post office was one of the first in England, opening in 1860. House 2 is a 10-minute drive away, surrounded by farmland. It's a quiet setting, but the property is already prompting the right noises.
Ooh. I can hear lots of oohs and ahs. House number 2, ladies.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm liking.
Yes.
It's a Somerset longhouse, so traditional farmhouse that dates back, they think, to the 14th
This is the
century.
original farmhouse.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. That's lovely. It's taken my breath away a little bit.
Yes, it's lovely.
And a beautiful front garden, I'm sure you agree.
Yes, yes.
This is more positive already than house number 1.
Yes.
Definitely. Gosh.
And you agree?
100%. Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear. Shall we get inside?
Oh, yes, please.
A great reaction from both Debbie and Sandra to this traditional Somerset longhouse, which has recently been refurbished. The property is vacant, and with no chain, Debbie could move in straight away.
This is one of 2 lounges or sitting rooms, whatever you'd prefer to call them.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Oh, she's off on a wander.
She is. Sorry.
Making herself at home.
Definitely.
Do you think that Debbie would suit a place like this?
I think she would.
It gives you a feel for the property, certainly.
It does give me a feel, and I'm liking that feel. Yes.
Great. Let's go to the kitchen, because I know how important that is to you.
As well as this sitting room, there's a further reception room opposite with another fantastic feature fireplace. Knowing that Debbie has fixed views on the style of her kitchen, I hope this one might get top marks from her.
So you have a brand new kitchen here.
Gosh, yes. It's big enough.
Now, the kitchen in house number 1 was too modern for you.
It was indeed.
Is this a little better?
It's much better. I love the range. We've got the beams, and it just feels more homely.
Yes. It isn't so clinical, is it?
No, no. It's cosy.
That's the extent of the ground floor accommodation on offer. However, attached to the side of the house is a barn providing an excellent garage space with a mezzanine level. The upstairs of the house has been divided into 2 separate sections, each with its own staircase. One set of stairs leads to a double bedroom with its own bathroom, a guest suite for Debbie's daughter perhaps. The stairs we're climbing lead to a double bedroom, which could be Debbie's master, as well as 2 further rooms.
Originally, there were 3 bedrooms on this side of the staircase. So this could be another bedroom, but the current owners used it as a dressing room. It's really quite nice. So that means you can keep that quite cupboard-free, can't you?
Yes.
And then if you follow me...
That's a good idea.
The 3rd bedroom was turned into a stunning bathroom.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
So up those stairs is your own suite, master suite. You don't have to share it with anyone, including your dear sister.
So far, so good. Yes.
Well, you've seen a lot of the house now.
Yes.
What are you thinking?
I'm still liking it. I'm still liking it.
Are you loving it, though?
I am, actually.
Outside, the house sits in a secluded spot surrounded by farmland. To the side of the barn is a courtyard area with numerous outbuildings, including 2 carports. The manageable garden has been designed for entertaining, with a lovely area for enjoying the evening sun.
So here we are, back out in the garden, where you have a lovely summer house.
Yes.
Glass of wine area, I call it.
Very much so.
But we need to talk about money, ladies.
Oh, wow. Yes.
You're nervous this time, aren't you?
Very nervous. And the problem is, you've dangled this property in front of me, and I'm thinking it's going to be very, very expensive. I think 390, 395. I'll go 395.
OK. Sandra?
I'll go higher. I think 400. It's got to be.
Well, it was on the market for 425 a couple of months ago. It's been reduced to 395. We have spoken to the owners about your budget, and they have said they're open to offers. So
OK.
If you're willing for some discussions...
I think a chat might be in order.
I think it, you know, it could be yours.
OK.
Do you want it to be yours?
Yes.
You'd love it to be, wouldn't you?
And are you happy with that, Miss Sensible?
Yes. Yes.
Now that you know that,
yes,
have another look around what could be your house.
Thank you.
And I'll meet you in a bit.
Oh, thank you.
I do think it's ideal for her. So I hope that it all works out, because it's a lovely, lovely property.
Over budget, but certainly open to offers, the second property is a traditional Somerset longhouse, which has been lovingly renovated to highlight its original features. It has 3 bedrooms, including a self-contained guest suite, an attached barn, and is surrounded by rolling farmland.
Second bedroom. I'm really liking this because when you come to stay, you've got your own self-contained area, haven't you?
Self-contained stairs. Self-contained bathroom.
Bedroom.
Oh, how lovely.
Lovely, yes.
Yes. The character of the property lends itself to everything Debbie was hoping for. The layout of the whole thing is just amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
wow.
Goodness. I thought I'd seen it all. I didn't need any more convincing. I like this place. I can't believe this all belongs to this one little house. Initial reaction was sheer joy. Loved it, loved the aspect, loved the location, loved the garden. Once I went inside, still loved it. Very impressed with the property. I really have fallen in love with it.
How exciting that you found somewhere you love.
It's very exciting.
And overwhelming?
Overwhelming is the word.
And then we've still got the mystery house to go tomorrow.
I look forward to it.
Let's get a drink before that, though.
We're in sunny Somerset, helping retired teacher Debbie from the West Midlands find a country home closer to family. She's brought trusted sister Sandra along for support. Up next, will our mystery house get an A-star?
Oh, right.
It's cute, isn't
How
it?
interesting is that?
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
It is a surprise.
big surprise.
Yes.
And I pick up the scent on what could be Somerset's most fragrant farm.
But did you know anything about lavender farming before you started?
No, we didn't.
Yesterday was a day of extremes, with both Debbie and Sandra not warming to the old schoolhouse at all, but Debbie feeling very much at home in the Somerset farmhouse.
We've got a job on our hands beating it, but I'm hoping the Mystery House will take Debbie on a classic trip down memory lane.
What are you both wanting from today's Mystery House?
We've had a little bet between ourselves as to what you're going to sort of the type of property is going to be shown to us.
I think it's going to be a barn conversion.
Okay. And
yeah,
Sandra?
I think the same. Well, I don't. I've got to go against Debbie, haven't I? I've got to think of something completely different off the wall.
This isn't a very good bet if you both think it's
No,
a barn
is it?
conversion.
No.
Because I might be the only winner.
Yes,
All right, I think it's probably going to be a
So I
little
think-
cottage.
You think a little
Yes,
cottage?
a little cottage tucked away, even a thatched cottage.
The mystery property is close to the village of Roadwater on the edge of the Exmoor National Park, a 45-minute drive from Debbie's daughter. The closest town is the pretty settlement of Watchet on the North Somerset coast, with its historic harbour romanticised by poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge in the rhyme of The Ancient Mariner. Debbie spent her childhood on the coast, and I'm hoping Watchet's charm will persuade her that the journey to her daughter is worth it.
You asked us to be within 30 minutes
I did.
of your daughter
Yes.
in North Petherton.
That's right.
What I'm asking you to do is consider an additional 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So you'd have a lovely harbour marina to visit.
Yeah.
And a beach to visit.
Very nice.
With your grandson. I know you grew up by the coast.
Indeed. We did.
So how would it feel to be near the coast again?
Something I hadn't really considered, but I'm open-minded. I love the coast,
Of course.
and I just didn't think it was a possibility.
The Mystery House is a 15-minute drive inland from Watchet, just outside the village of Roadwater in the Brendan Hills. Amenities include a shop, a post office and a pub. Debbie seems sold on the location, but will the house be enough to sway her seaward?
Have a look at your Mystery House.
Oh, wow, that's different again. Gosh. Thatch cottage. Yes.
Cottage.
Guess who's won their bet?
Yes, because Sandra said it would be a
Not a converted
cottage.
barn.
Not a barn as you thought it might be. A pretty chocolate box.
It is.
It is,
It
isn't
looks
it?
quite small from here. Be interested to see inside. Might be a TARDIS.
Let's go inside.
The 300-year-old Mystery Stone Cottage is the smallest property I've shown Debbie and Sandra, but hopefully the inside won't disappoint.
All right, okay. That's a surprise. Big kitchen and a cottage. And
A lovely range.
a range.
Is it big enough for you, though?
Yes. Lots of room in here, isn't there? More than I expected.
And it feels very country kitchen.
It feels
does.
country kitchen, yes.
I don't think you'd want to change it.
No, no. And has it been renovated recently?
It has, 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I think everything's in such good condition.
Yeah. It is in good condition. It looks very nice. I like it.
Really
I
nice.
like all of it. I like the Yeah. floor, I like the surfaces. Yep. I like the way it's been done, yes.
Next to the kitchen is the sitting room with steps leading down to a cosy snug. The centrepiece is a wonderful dual-facing log burner.
Oh, right.
It's cute, isn't
How
it?
interesting is that?
It's like a little snug down there.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's got an interesting layout.
Very. It's making the most of the space,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And always nice to have a log burner.
Oh,
Love them. Love them.
Especially in a house like this.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Didn't expect this. Yeah.
It's a surprise.
It is a
A
surprise.
big surprise.
Yes.
Because although it is small,
Yes.
it's not too pokey, is it? It's
No,
quite
and-
homely.
Exactly. And that just opens it out.
Yes.
To make it feel much bigger, doesn't
Yep.
it?
Let's head on upstairs.
Okay.
The only bathroom in the property is also found on the ground floor. Upstairs there are 2 bedrooms. One is a twin, which is where Debbie's family guests could stay, but we're heading to the master.
Oh, that's unexpected.
Right.
Everything about this cottage is unexpected.
isn't it?
It is.
Is everything bigger than you thought it
Yes,
would be?
this is definitely.
Oh, in terms of from the outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of furniture in here.
I don't think you'd necessarily need this much,
No.
but I don't know your wardrobe size.
I've got lots.
So perhaps the second bedroom is your walk-in wardrobe
Okay.
/ Harry's room.
Yes. Have we not got another bedroom?
Nope, only 2 bedrooms.
Right,
Okay, and the other bedroom is very similar to this
It's
one.
similar
in
size, yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm feeling it's very small for me.
In terms of the size of the rooms or just
Space.
the overall space?
Overall space.
Debbie asked for a minimum of 2 bedrooms, but perhaps our previous properties with 3 bedrooms have raised her expectations. Outside, a much-loved garden wraps itself around the cottage and includes a vegetable plot with raised beds and space for entertaining.
The type of garden you'd like?
Yes. Yes, it's certainly the size I would like, and there's lots of scope to do all sorts with it, yes? Yes.
Yes, it's so peaceful.
And it's been beautifully done, hasn't it?
It's very well
stunning.
done. Very well done.
Absolutely.
There's a lot in that area. I'm amazed it's so big.
Yeah.
How much would this property set you back, though?
Wow. Gosh. I'll go for 350.
I think around 330.
It's actually on the market for £375,000.
Okay.
And that's been reduced, actually.
Oh, gosh.
So you have to remember we're North Somerset, where price is a little bit higher.
Okay.
We're inside the national park.
Yes.
I forgot that.
And there's a good area of land
Yes,
too.
exactly. Do you want to have another look around?
I think that's a good
Explore
idea.
more of the
Thank
garden
you.
as well.
Yes, yes, we'd love to.
And I'll meet you out the front.
Yeah. Okay.
Under budget by £10,000, our characterful mystery thatched cottage comes with a large kitchen and 2 bedrooms. The garden is sizable and well maintained, but the location, a few miles from the North Somerset coast and inside the Exmoor National Park, takes Debbie outside her family comfort zone.
Could you see yourself in this room?
Well, yes, actually. I wouldn't feel claustrophobic into here at all. Even though it's a small window, it's very light and airy in here, and look at the views. Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me realise that actually there's a lot more up towards this coast than perhaps I've been looking at. So I wouldn't have precluded this property on the basis that it's a little bit further away.
It's a beautiful property. It's been lovingly restored. It's in beautiful condition. Unfortunately, I think it might be too small for Debbie.
Time's up, ladies. You've seen your 3 houses.
We have.
And it's lunch.
Oh, lovely.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Like many rural areas in Britain, the Somerset farming economy faces challenges. With milk prices falling, many local dairy farmers have started to diversify in order to survive. One such farm is Horse Pond in the village of Falkland. Where cows once roamed the fields, today the fragrant scent of lavender fills the air. Farmer Francis Green, along with his wife Judith, have been growing lavender for the last 10 years. It's harvesting season, so I've chosen the perfect time to find out more about the qualities of this purple bloom.
This is absolutely stunning here.
Yeah, thank you.
What made you choose lavender?
Lots of other people diversify into making ice cream, holiday lets. We wanted to do something different. Both Judith and I are interested in gardening and love of plants, and we came across lavender, and here we are.
Well, I've just been watching you harvest.
Yep.
Talk us through that process.
It's unique. It's a purpose-built lavender harvester, and as it drives up through the row, it lifts and squeezes the plants together, reciprocating knife cuts it off, so that when the harvester has passed over it, you can see it's been formed perfectly in a dome, ready for next year's growth.
But did you know anything about lavender farming before you started?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We had gone to Provence on holiday and saw how it was grown in Provence and harvested and distilled, and that was something that we thought we could try and do over here.
Business is flourishing, and today 50,000 plants are grown over 10 acres of farmland. There are over 100 different varieties, and many of these can be found in the farm's pretty lavender garden, the passion of Francis's wife Judith.
Hi, Judith.
Hi.
So this is your beautiful lavender garden.
Yes, it is. And we've got lots of different varieties of lavender here.
But your main area is English lavender, is it?
That's right, yeah. We focus on English
Which is
lavender,
this?
which is this one over here, Folgate. The English lavender, of course, has been famous in cottage gardens for centuries, and it's a beautiful, hardy lavender, which is great for our English climate.
And what about this
These
variety?
are the Stoicus, often called the French lavender.
Okay.
And they have these sterile bracts at the top, but the flowers are actually these little dots down here.
Yes.
And these aren't that hardy. So if you have a hard frost and they're in your garden, you can lose them.
Where does lavender come from?
Well, it comes from the Mediterranean originally. It likes really sunny, dry, free-draining soil.
So not very English at all.
No, but lavender has won our hearts and has become part of the English cottage garden now,
it does.
hasn't it?
It does feel completely synonymous with that.
Once harvested, around 80% of the lavender grown at the farm is distilled on site to produce oil, which is used in aromatherapy to treat pain, relieve tension and improve blood circulation. But dried lavender can also be made into crafty and creative products. Judith has some to show me.
You make so many different things with it. Apart from that, you can, make some really pretty things at home yourself with the dried lavender or the fresh lavender flowers. So, yeah, the humble lavender pom-pom.
Yes. Just to keep a room smelling lovely. Oh, these would look lovely hung on a door.
The latest product, popular in Provence, is the lavender wand, handy for a sock drawer. It's something you can make at home after a little practice. The stems are bent backwards to form a cage around the buds, which is then held neatly together by woven ribbon.
Oh, there's something very satisfying about this.
It is, yes, and you can sit and while away a few hours in the afternoon with your friends and have a chat.
Maybe I'll sit here and have a cup of lavender tea.
Yes, please do. Be very welcome. You can try some lavender shortbread too, if you like.
Only if you insist.
But before I get too comfortable, there's the small matter of finding out what Debbie's next step is.
Afternoon. Hello. It's been a busy couple of days. Debbie, what would you like to do now?
What I would like to do is to perhaps follow up one of these houses.
I'm guessing house number 2?
You're guessing correctly. You're guessing correctly.
So a second viewing?
Yes, definitely.
Just the two of you?
No, Sandra's...
I'm going home. Oh.
Yep, and my daughter is coming down this evening and she will accompany me on the second viewing, so she'll have an input.
And if your daughter likes it just as much?
If she likes it just as much, then we'll follow up with some more searches and then maybe approach the owners with a view to making an offer.
Tell us why you like house number 2, the Somerset farmhouse, so much.
Love the environment, proximity to a farm, the hamlet aspect, but the house itself was open, spacious, character-filled, a little bit quirky in some ways, but every turn there was a surprise, and it was a pleasant surprise, and it just felt comfortable.
And you felt quite instantly that it was a place you should consider?
Absolutely, it was definitely Debbie's type of place, even from the outside before we went inside, and then outside again, it just confirmed everything, and more so, didn't it?
Yes.
Well, we wish you well.
Thank you.
Good luck with house number 2.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that you feel happy enough to make it all happen. You never know, in a couple of weeks.
I look forward to visiting.
Yes. And thank you for bringing Sandra along. She's been a lot of fun. It's been a great couple of days.
Thank you.
A pleasure. This is a huge move for Debbie, and it's happening because of family, so it's completely understandable that she wants to involve them in her second viewing of house number 2. This is the beginning of a new chapter in Debbie's life, and I can see how excited she is about it. We wish her the very best, and I look forward to hearing news of her moving here to Somerset very soon. See you next time on Escape to the Country.
Debbie went back to the longhouse with her daughter, but in the end she decided it wasn't for her. She's since bought a property in North Petherton, where her family live. If you'd like to escape to the country in Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/Be On A Show.